Have you ever sat in front of your screen watching a trade go into the red and felt a cold knot form in your stomach? You watch the price drop. It hits the exact price where you told yourself you would get out. But instead of clicking sell, you pause. You tell yourself just a few more minutes. It's a good setup. It's bound to bounce back. Then it drops further. Now you are not just losing a little bit of money. You are losing a painful amount. Panic sets in. But instead of cutting the loss, you double down on hope. If I sell now, I lock in the loss. If I hold, I still have a chance to break even. Suddenly, a minor controlled loss turns into an absolute disaster that wipes out weeks of hard-earned profits. If this has ever happened to you, I want you to take a deep breath. You are not a bad trader. You are just a human being reacting exactly how our brains are wired to react. Welcome back to Prohit. Please subscribe to this channel because this video might change your trading career forever. We can grow together. Today, we are breaking down the single most misunderstood tool in the entire trading world, the stop loss. We aren't going to talk about charts, indicators, or technical analysis. We are going to talk about the battle happening inside your own mind. Because until you master the psychology of the stop loss, it will always feel like your enemy. When in reality, it is the only true safety net you have. Let's look at the core of the problem. Why is it so incredibly hard to accept a stop loss? Psychologists have a term for this: loss aversion. Studies show that as human beings, the pain of losing something is twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining the exact same thing. In simple terms, losing $100 hurts way more than winning $100 feels good. When you enter a trade, your brain treats it like an investment of your ego. You did the research, you looked at the market, and you made a decision. You want to be right. When the market moves against you and hits your stop loss, your brain doesn't just see a minor financial transaction. It sees a failure. It sees a moment where you were proven wrong. And our primitive brains absolutely hate being wrong because thousands of years ago, being wrong about a threat could mean you didn't survive. So, what does your brain do to protect your ego? It creates hope. Hope is a beautiful thing in life, but in trading, hope is a toxic poison. Hope makes you look at a falling chart and see a hidden recovery. Hope makes you remove your stop loss or move it lower because you can't bear the emotional pain of admitting, hey, this setup didn't work out. To fix this, we have to completely change how we look at a stop loss. Right now, you might view a stop loss as an admission of defeat. You think of it like a referee blowing a whistle on your bad play. Let's change that framework entirely. Think of a stop loss like a seatbelt in a car. When you click your seatbelt into place at the start of a drive, are you admitting that you are a terrible driver who is definitely going to crash today? No, of course not. You wear it because you recognize that you don't control the weather, you don't control the roads, and you don't control the other drivers. The seatbelt is your structural safety net, so that if something completely outside of your control happens, you walk away alive. In trading, the market is the road. You can have the most beautiful strategy in the world, but you do not control the market. A sudden piece of news, a major institution selling off, or a sudden shift in global sentiment can instantly tank your trade. When your stop loss triggers, it doesn't mean your strategy is broken or that you are a bad trader. It just means that for the specific unpredictable moment in time, the market chose a different path. Your stop loss did exactly what it was designed to do. It kept the damage small so you can allow it to trade another day. One of the most dangerous habits a trader can develop is what I call the moving goalpost. You enter a trade at $100. You tell yourself, if it drops to 95, I am out. That 95 mark is your line in the sand. The price slips to 96. Your heart rate starts to climb. It hits 95. Now instead of executing the plan, a little voice whispers, well, support is actually at 93. Let me just move my stop down to 93. If it hits 93, I will definitely get out. What just happened? You let your emotions hijack your logic. You moved the goalpost. When you do this, you aren't trading the market anymore. You are negotiating with your own fear, and the market doesn't care about your negotiations. It will slide right past 93, then 90, then 85, dragging you deeper into emotional paralysis. Here is a hard truth that every member of the Prohit Club needs to internalize. The moment you modify your stop loss to give a losing trade more room, you are no longer trading, you are gambling. A professional trader accepts that a stop loss is an insurance premium. You pay a small price to protect your capital. When you move your stop, you are essentially cancelling your insurance policy right when the storm hits. Amateur traders think their job is to predict the future. They spend hours trying to guess exactly where the market will go next. Professional traders know that predicting the future is impossible. They view themselves not as fortune tellers, but as risk managers. Think of it like running a grocery store. If you buy a shipment of fresh strawberries to sell to your customers, you know that a certain percentage of those strawberries will spoil before they can be sold. That is just a basic cost of doing business. A grocery store owner doesn't cry or panic when they have to throw away a bad batch of strawberries. They don't leave them on the shelf hoping they magically become fresh again. They throw them out, account for the loss, and focus on selling the rest of the inventory. Your stop loss are your spoiled strawberries. Every single professional trading system has losing trades. Even the best traders in the world routinely have a win rate of only 40 to 50%. How do they stay highly profitable? Because when they win big. And when they lose, their stop loss keeps the loss tiny. They don't take losses personally. They see a stop loss as a standard expected business expense. So how do you fix our psychology and make this practical? Here are 3 simple powerful rules that anyone can apply starting today. 3 pillars of risk management. Rule 1. Plan the exit before you enter. Never open a trade without knowing exactly where your stop loss is going to sit. Decide on your exit price when your mind is calm, rational, and clear. Not when your money is on the line and your adrenaline is pumping. Rule 2. Use hard stops, not mental stops. A mental stop loss is just an invitation for your emotions to lie to you. When the price hits the danger zone, set a hard automated stop loss order in your trading platform. Let the software do the heavy lifting so your human emotions can't interfere. Rule number 3. The 1% capital rule. Never risk more than 1% to 2% of your total trading account balance on a single trade. If you have $10,000 account, a single stop loss should never cost you more than 100 or 200. When the stakes are this low, loss doesn't trigger panic, allowing you to stay calm and objective. If you want to survive and thrive in this game, you have to stop looking at the stop loss as your enemy. It isn't there to steal your money. It is there to protect what you have left, so you can strike back when the perfect opportunity arrives. The next time your stop loss gets hit, don't slam your desk. Don't feel discouraged. Take a deep breath. Look at your screen and say, my safety net worked perfectly today. It kept me safe. That shift in your mindset is the exact moment you transition from an amateur who gambles to a professional who builds real long-term wealth. If this video helped simplify this concept for you, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Prohit Club, and drop a comment below sharing your biggest struggle with emotional trading. Let's grow together. Until next time, trade smart, stay disciplined, and protect your capital. See you in the next video. Thank you.